Super Smash Kart, an idea that, to my knowledge, first spawned from a YouTuber by the name of Andre and his channel Black Nerd Comedy, way back in 2014, detailing what he thought could/would/should be a new type of video game collaboration between the Mario Kart series and Super Smash Bros. I'll have a link to his video in the description, but for now, here are my ideas for what a potential Super Smash Kart video game could potentially be like. Enjoy. Number 1. The goal. If Super Smash Kart were to be a thing, I don't think the main objective should be about reaching an end goal like in Mario Kart. That can still be the goal, but the main focus, in my opinion, should have more emphasis on either fighting or collecting items or power-ups or something and using those to your advantage. Some sort of balance between racing and fighting, or collecting, and having a goal that's more unique than just racing to the finish. Maybe as you're racing, you're simultaneously trying to eliminate your opponents, as opposed to just being ahead of them. Something different from the Mario Kart series, and unique enough to justify being its own series. Whatever it is, it has to be good, and fun, and epic. Some sort of unique goal. Number 2. Character-specific vehicles. If we're taking Nintendo characters and combining them into a sort of racing game, it only makes sense if instead of just having generic vehicles and karts, each franchise came with their own set of transportation. For example, Fox and Falco can use R-Wings, Link can ride on Epona, Samus can use her gunship, maybe, and if Sonic were invited, he could ride on the hoverboard from Sonic Riders. There's a number of different ideas that can be implemented here. The main problem, though, is balancing, since it'd be quite challenging to try and balance all these different styles of karts, vehicles, and I suppose animals. But who knows, maybe that'd be the fun of it. Rather than strict balancing, the focus can be more on just having fun, and using whatever crazy combinations the player could come up with. For offline play, of course. There'd have to be some balance, so that no specific setup is completely dominating, but let the devs figure that one out. Number 3. A health meter. So going back to balancing, I think for a Super Smash Kart-esque game to exist, there'd have to be some sort of health bar to compensate for the amount of sheer power some of these vehicles would have. Whether a health meter would impact the performance of your kart, just using kart as an example, as this would apply to animals and other forms of vehicles or transportation as well, or harm the overall health, I believe it is vital to include some sort of mechanic that makes it so you're not totally invincible with certain kart-like setups. I'm not sure how a health meter should affect the player, but I do feel that it's necessary and would add to the overall competitiveness of such a game. Number 4. Smash attacks. Since this would be a hybrid of Mario Kart and Super Smash Bros., it only makes sense if it had fighting elements. Side smash, forward smash, and backward smash attacks could all be implemented as standard defensive options for when opponents get too close to you. Since punching has already been a mechanic in previous Mario Kart titles, they could take that and make it a multi-directional attack, so you're hitting opponents on all 4 sides. Whatever the case, some sort of mechanic for attack should be included. Number 5. Duel mode. Maybe have 2 or more characters per kart. I'm not sure exactly how this would work, or how it could differ from Double Dash, but it'd at least be cool, I think. Yeah, that's it. I don't know, it just sounds cool. Number 6. Boss challenges. In order to keep the single player experience interesting, I think it'd be cool if they were somehow able to implement bosses that the player would face. Both having to outrace and drain the enemy's health bar in order to reach the end goal. Just an idea? Maybe, why not? Some bosses could be Bowser, obviously, King Boo, Petey Piranha, and other characters from Nintendo's universe. I wish I could say more, but unfortunately, I've not put much thought into this, so if you have any ideas of your own, feel free to comment them down below. So that's it for number 6, boss challenges. Number 7, unique items. Just like in Double Dash, I kind of think every character should have their own items they can use. Mario has fireballs, Link has bombs, bow and arrows, boomerangs. DK has nanners. Kirby can swallow? Or use any one of his copy abilities. I understand this would be extremely tedious to implement, especially if it's a big roster, but if it's only a roster of say 15 or so, it could make for an epic battlefield. So yeah, unique items. I know it's not happening. Number 8, the story. Lastly, we have the story mode. Doesn't have to be something expansive, doesn't even have to make much sense. Bowser and Squad are competing to win the space race that the Galactic Federation is hosting. Whoever wins gets the Phantom Ruby, which allows complete control of certain galaxies. Oh, wait a minute. Is that already a thing? Well, maybe something else then. Like an orb? A sceptre that can create world dominance? Yeah, I got nothing here. So those are my ideas for a Super Smash Kart game. And although they're quite vague and maybe don't make much sense, I think it's really up to the creative mindsets at Nintendo or the community. I'm sure it'd be a whole lot better than the ideas I listed here, especially because of how vague they are. But let me know what your comments are. Let me know what your thoughts are down below, if you wouldn't mind. Thanks everyone for viewing, and I'll see you all, except I probably won't, cause I don't know you guys.